Happy weekend, everybody. It's Bernie and Lance. And Lance, it's been a minute since we were together here in the den.
Yes, it is. Happy Saturday morning, Bernie. I'm glad to see you're sober.
I'm glad to be here, too. I'm glad to be sober here with you today, Lance. And you know what? Today we got something really big that we got to talk about because it's something that we hear every single day from people. And it's all about budgets. Yeah. How do I grow my company? What's it going to cost me to get where I want to go from A to B?
Yeah, so when we talk about budgets, people kind of ask us, what should we invest? What's your budget? The standard golden rule, people will say SBA, MBA, executive MBA classes teach you, well, 10%, right? But the issue is for small businesses, the average small business puts about 2% of their revenue back into advertising totally, right? So it's hard to scale or grow your organization with 2%, right?
Yeah.
So we know B2C, the average across is about 9.6%. B2B is about the same, 10%. We know restaurants spend about 1.93%, very low. So you got to look at it. And why these numbers are low across the board for so many companies, Bernie, is because there's so many small businesses that don't do anything whatsoever, or they spend very minimal and they don't get returns. So this is why I say to people when we talk about strategy, and we'll show you how to figure out the 10% to 12% to 15% of your revenue, depending on the size of your organization. Some people might put 8% and they'll still have great growth. So it depends on your overall strategy. But really what it comes down to is, what are your goals? What are you trying to grow by? And is it just pure lead generation? Is it pure e-commerce sales? Or is there branding that's included in this? Because we got to remember, if you think about all the different categories of advertising and spending your marketing budget, you have trade shows, not right now in COVID, but you have networking, you have billboards, you have direct mail, you have television, Spotify, Pandora, you got radio, Hulu.
Shout out Hulu.
Yeah, YouTube channel now, right? You have Google pay-per-click, you have SEO, you have remarketing, you have Facebook, you have Twitter, you have Pinterest, you have ad roll. I mean, you name it, there's so many places to put it. And like we tell everybody, depending on what your needs are, Bernie, that's where you put your money. You know, you said the best line ever I heard you say to a guy. He was doing about $5 million in revenue, and I almost spit my drink out because you pulled a Lance Bachmann. I call it. What'd you say, Bernie?
I said, listen, brother, you think you're going to grow your $5 million business on $1,000 a month? You're high.
Exactly what he said. And I was like, we weren't being rude because he started laughing. But, like, you're out of your mind if you think that. I mean,
that's a couple nights out with a girl. That's a couple nights with your buddies, you know? Like, you think you're going to grow your business on that kind of money?
If you're a $100,000 a year company, that's a realistic budget, right? You're at 12% of revenue once you go past a year. That's it. But you got to make sure you're spending it the right way, you know? And that's the problem, measuring your ROI, seeing where you're getting your most leads from. I think on this week's how-to, what we should do is this, Bernie. Show people how to figure out their marketing budget based on a few different criteria. How's that sound?
I couldn't agree more.
Who are we going to throw it to?
I think we throw it to Mr. Bill Rossell because he's a master at this.
Take it away, Bill, and educate everybody on how you truly figure out what your budget is, depending on if you're, let's keep it simple, a service-based business and an e-commerce-based business.
Let's do it, Bill. Take it away, brother.
One of the things that I try to always look at is when you're looking at how you should evaluate what your marketing budget should be. As you're moving into the following year, I think it's very important to evaluate where your goals are and what you're trying to do. So one of the things that you can do is, if you don't know where really to start as far as with your marketing allocation, do what most people do when they're not really sure. They go ahead and they put in, what should I invest into a small business, into marketing? And what you'll find is that the Small Business Administration recommends spending anywhere from 7 to 8% of your gross revenue on marketing and advertising. And if you're less than $5 million a year in sales, if you're above that, you should be thinking somewhere in the 10 to 12% range. So the easiest way to go about that is to take the opportunity to say, look, I'm going to break down where my projected revenues are for a specific year, and then say, all right, well, this current year I did 2.8 million. I did 3.5 million. Okay. And then have a situation where you then evaluate where you want to go as far as your marketing goals. You take a look and say, all right, Small Business Administration says that I'm going to look for anywhere from 8 to 10%. Then I'm going to evaluate all of the different marketing initiatives that I currently have going on in the course of any particular year, and say specifically, all right, what worked well, what didn't work well, how can I make it better? And then say, what's my wish list as I go into 2021? It's important to remember that when you're looking at your marketing allocation for the year, you have to establish where your goals are as far as where you want to go, not where you are. are. If you don't have enough gas in the tank, you'll never make it from where you want to go. So I highly recommend that you take a look at specifically where's the projected revenue, what's the market percentage you should want to go to. Small Business Administration says 8 to 10% for a business under 5 million, and then evaluate specifically where all of your costs and allocations went. And then where do you want your wish list to go of what worked well and what didn't? So as I'm evaluating that, take a look at utilizing these simple tools to help you get to where you want to go in 2021 and beyond. Thanks a lot, guys, and have a great day.
Bill, thank you very much. Insightful and, applicable as usual, Bill. Very good over there. Lance, one more thing I want to touch on too here is looking at how much things cost. We're specifically talking about digital, right? The things that you do when you're looking to go into a meeting with someone is taking a look at what keywords cost, right? Taking a look at your competitors, doing your market analysis. Like you said, based on your brand, what your goals are, see what it costs on ads, tell whatever it's going to be on an hour standpoint from us, and then take it from there and do what it actually costs instead of just throwing numbers out there against the wall.
Yeah, I never understood that, why people say just give me a number and let it rip. I mean, I think that's the worst thing you do. Yeah. Go do the analysis. The data's there, the number's there. You can put it into a calculator, spreadsheet. We can even attach the spreadsheet. It's from Google. They let you pick what your conversion's going to be around. You put your money in, what your average customer's worth, lifetime customer, or if it's just a one-time sale, and you get back your ROI. It's pretty simple. I mean, the problem is most people just don't know how to figure it out. And that's where, you don't have to be the biggest numbers person in the world. You just got to take a deep breath, slow down, and just go to work on the spreadsheets, and you're going to have your numbers, and do what's best for you. You grew your business. You're an entrepreneur, but you got to have realistic expectations.
I agree 1,000%. And I know you had Carly create that infographic for everybody too.
Let it rip.
Carly, thank you very much. Great work as usual. Everybody, I hope that really helped you understand what you need to be doing from a budgeting standpoint to be successful, not just with digital marketing, but with marketing overall. If you have any questions at all, reach out to me or Lance. We're happy to help you. 215-946-1046.
That's it. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy your Saturday. Keep growing your business. This is the greatest time to be an entrepreneur, and have fun. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please don't forget to follow me at Lance Bachmann on Instagram and Twitter. Follow me on Facebook at Lance Bachmann Digital. And every Thursday we drop a new podcast. Don't forget to listen to it. We're giving out great content. And remember this is the time to build your business right now. Let's effing go, everybody.